Kush trick.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Black Sheep Family and Autism. My name is Nicole. If you're new here, and if you're new here, screw.
This is Kush trick.
Go ahead, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, be down to gang. So y'all, I just want y'all to know that the camera quality is a little bit different because I'm filming it on my phone. I feel like that's the easiest and best way for me to actually edit the videos and actually put them up and stop like bullshitting. So yeah, today's video is basically going to be kind of like an update with what's going on with the boys and their schools and stuff like that. If you're interested in watching it or hearing about it, keep on watching. If you don't want to hear it, and if this ain't your style, this ain't your video, then I mean, you can go ahead and go. You know, ain't nobody holding nothing to your head, making you, sit here and watch this video. But yeah, this video is going to be about Julian and Jackson and their ABA. Is crazy. I decided to do this video because I'm really just wearing a hoodie or whatever. So I was like, let me go ahead and do a video because I've been saying that I'm gonna update you guys on what's going on with their school. I'm gonna tell you how the process and all this and all that or whatever. And I just have not got around to doing it. We have been busy AF here, like no lie. Another reason why I'm filming this on the phone is because it's easier to do, and like I don't care what nobody say, you on your phone 90% of the day. Like you get your emails, you get everything on your phone. So it's just easier for me to edit this way. This is Autism Awareness Month as well. So I also feel like this will be the appropriate time to talk about the ABA that's going on. A lot of people think I be saying AV, like vase V, but no, I be saying AB, like ball B, A. So yeah, ABA stands for, oh, wait. Make sure you grab you a hoodie. These are available on the boys' website, blacksheepfamilyautism.org. I will also link it down in the description box as well. What else was I gonna tell y'all? Also, my nails not done today because I'm basically doing this video and then I'm gonna go get my nails done. But I was waiting until 11 o'clock so I could call Sephora to see if they got this, this fancy drip that's supposed to be like a skin tint, ma'am. I wanna know, do you have my shade? Yeah, because y'all sold the fuck out. Like y'all bought up all the vintage. But anyway, ABA stands for, what is this? Like y'all, autism behavior, girl, it's right on the tip of my tongue. I don't know, y'all. I can't find my phone, and I really don't want this video to be too long. But ABA stands for Autism Behavior. My bad, y'all. This lash is like, I think too close to like my actual, like, I think it's too close or whatever. But autism stands for Autism Behavior Intellect. I think. I'm not like 100% sure, cause I'm like, for whatever reason, drawing a fucking blank. But ABA to me is like, okay, let me start from the beginning. From the research that I have done with ABA is supposed to help your kids live like an everyday regular life. For kids that have autism, that's on the spectrum, that has the disorder, what do y'all call it? ADS. It stands for Autism Spectrum Disorder. Julian and Jackson do have it. Julian is like one tier higher than Jackson. Julian's in the middle, and Jackson was severe when they diagnosed him or whatever. ABA is supposed to be able to help your kids do like everyday functions like regular people, like I guess cook, clean up, potty. Like over time, that's what they, you know, say that they're supposed to be able to do, help your kids live as independent as possible. Part of it is talking as well. It's speech, is like making the kids talk. It's a lot with ABA or whatever. So they're talking, they're trying to teach them what I thought would be like regular, like that grade, like if they're in preschool, they'll be teaching them preschool stuff, but they also will be working through like sensory issues, speech, potty training, the transition, because a lot of kids with autism have an issue with transitioning from like one task to another task and stuff like that. Being around people, like it's supposed to work on all of that. Like whatever your kid needs the most help in is what, you know, from my understanding, ABA is supposed to did. It also is supposed to be in like a smaller class, and it's supposed to be only 3 students to a child. When COVID hit, it's a child to 1 student or whatever. It's like just one-on-one or whatever, which Julian and Jackson love. So I'm gonna tell y'all about my experience with this ABA at Pediatric Plus, and just Pediatric Plus, y'all. I don't know why now that I'm talking, this lash wanna act stupid, because it's been giving me no problems or whatever. But so ABA is supposed to be offered at every Pediatric Plus location, from what I was seeing when I was doing, you know, day therapy, like outpatient wise or whatever, until they had a spot to go to whatever location I want them to go to. So yeah, get there to find out that yeah, y'all offer ABA, but at the same time, y'all not offering it because y'all don't have, like, they didn't have a BCBA, which is a board certified behavior analysis. I believe that's what that stands for as well. I could be wrong, don't quote me, I'm not in that line of work. But yeah, they certified behavior analysis is what I believe that BCBA stands for. So the BCBA tells the RBT, which is the registered behavior technician or registered behavior therapist, whatever centers say or call them different things or whatever. The BCBA to me is like, the BCBA is just board certified. They want you to have a degree to even take that course. Like, you have to have a degree to take that course. To me, is stupid as fuck, but okay. And a behavior therapist, they have to have like a certification that they did complete, like the RBT training, which is a lot way easier than, you know, the BCBA from what I'm understanding, from what the one BCBA that I have talked to or whatever, which is the boys BCBA. I'm not going to like say the person's name or anything like that in this experience or this review of this daycare. So the daycare, let's just say if I'm gonna rate it a 5 out of 10 compared to like shit, the last daycare that was at, I would rate it like a 6 or a 7, as far as like the daycare in general. There's things that I don't like about the daycare. I just don't like, and I wouldn't like about any daycare or school for that matter that does the same thing, which is lock the parents out of the building. Like, you have a code, but the code only works when the fuck they want your code to fucking work. So I don't like that at all. I don't feel comfortable with that. You can't come in here and check on your kids. You can't pop up and check on your kids. To me, I feel like that's just to protect the staff. That's not for like my kids' protection, because you know, they're like, you know, it locks to keep your kids safe and keep your kid protected. Well, if it's locked to keep the kids safe, and the only time that, you know, the only time that someone will be in here is if they have a code. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't have a code, you can't get in here. So that makes sense to me for like the general public that child is not attending at school. You know what I'm saying? So I don't like that. I don't feel comfortable with that. That makes no sense to me. That's like a red flag, and to me that's like you have something to hide. This particular daycare, this particular location that Julian Jackson go to hires anybody. They would just hire anybody. Like, if you want a job, come go work over there. So yeah, if you have an issue with a particular teacher, instead of moving that teacher or moving that child or correcting the issue, they will have you, they would just keep your child in there in that class, because it's like, either move the teacher or move my child. Like, I don't understand, because in most daycares it's more than one room for the age range. Yeah, I think that's just trash practicing or whatever. Like, it's supposed to be cameras in here. The camera's supposed to have sound on them and all this and that. The particular location that Julian Jackson did go to was called Helping Hand. When Pediatric Plus bought this building or bought them out or whatever, yeah, they do the same stuff or whatever, but to me, the director herself, it's like, it's just like she applied for the job and she got the job. Like, she has no experience in it, and I can tell that. And like with my first complaint or with my first issue, I can tell that she just was in a position. Like, you just have a position, and she really don't like really give a fuck. Now, what I can say is, after talking to her supervisor, she's, you know, that nice fake now. With the whole daycare within itself, to even get them enrolled into the school was unorganized. It was a whole mess. I will say that. They were doing outpatient at the Sherwood location until like a spot came available. Then, you know, Marmel had opened, and then they were saying, you know, you would be able to get your boys to ABA quicker going to the Marmel location to get to the Marmel location, and they don't offer ABA. And like, when I said something about it, the director pretty much was like, oh, we don't do this, sir. And like, basically like, fuck what the hell you talking about. Like, she was real, like, you know how someone is like cut and dry and real bland and real like, yeah, what the fuck ever, like, why the fuck are you, like, she has that type of attitude. She has always had that type of attitude. Like, it's like you're fake nice, but yet you still, a motherfucker can tell that you're fake as fuck and you really don't give a fuck. Like, I got that from her. I can tell it from her. I will say that she got better. She know that I don't fool with her. She know that I don't fuck with her, so she just don't bother me. So moving right along. With that being said, you know, it's just been issue after issue after issue. But like, I try to look at like the treatment of my boys. My boys now, like, at first Julian didn't want to go to school at all. And like, it's just like, bro, you gotta get your therapy until we can get you like home ABA. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this disclaimer here now. My intentions has always been to get them home ABA. It's never been to keep them in a facility, especially a facility like this. Like, locking people out, like, I'm just not for that. Like, I wouldn't have cared. Like, the lock thing, the locked doors, to me, y'all, it's like so the kid can't escape. And, you know, I get that, so it makes sense. And it's also so anybody off the street can't just walk in, which I get that. That makes logical sense. But when you sit here and tell me that my code don't work until y'all want my fucking code to work, when I come to check on my kids, you know, y'all want me to call ahead of time and stuff like that. Like, what the fuck are y'all hiding? What are y'all doing? And not just to my kids, but just in general. Like, that doesn't make any sense to me. I will say this particular location I have called DHS. I have no issue with calling DHS. You know, if I feel like my child's not being treated fairly, or if I feel like y'all got something to hide. Eventually, Julian got comfortable with going to school or whatever. Jackson has always liked going to school, y'all. Jackson has always liked going to daycare. I have never had a problem with, matter of fact, even the last daycare, like his Jackson class was cool, even at, you know, the last daycare. Jackson class now is cool. You know, the other one was cool before they pretty much was on a waiting list. And from what I'm understanding, the waiting list for the ABA class was to wait for a BCBA basically to finish school or whatever. So we waited months for that or whatever. When it did start, I did see an improvement in, you know, the boy's speech and stuff like that. But, you know, even certain staff felt like Julian should have been progressing as far as with speech and stuff like that if people are working with him, because, you know, like staff that's not even trained, or like, you know, or trained in that area specifically, or like, you know, Julian is smart as fuck. Like I don't know like what his speech therapy is doing, but yeah, Julian is smart. Like I don't understand why he's not talking like more clearer and better. So she said that, and like when the ABA family did start, y'all. Also, I did have an incident with a staff that hit me in the face with a backpack, and that staff member still kept their job. So when I sit here and say that, this is why I don't like sending my kids. Like I don't like that. I don't like that whole idea. You know what I'm saying? Or my kids going to a facility and stuff like that, because y'all pick and choose. Now I'm pretty sure had I been a Karen or a Becky and someone complained on a black staff member, I'm pretty sure that person would have been fired. Like they wouldn't have been rolled up, or, you know, had a verbal warning or whatever the fuck they like to do or wanted to do or whatever. And this particular person, you know, she was fake after that or whatever, but then when you see him in the hallway, you look at me rolling your fucking eyes. So like if you have a issue with a particular person, the daycare's not doing shit, I will sit here and say take them out. The thing with me is I try to talk to Jay and let him have say so and stuff, but like had it been solely up to me, y'all, my kids would, like Julian, like my kids wouldn't even fuck, they would have stopped Pediatric Plus then, because there's nothing to say with that. It's like a motherfucker say excuse me, then let nobody know that you were even trying to get the backpack, because I was trying to put on Julian coat, so I was in front of cubbies and stuff like that with this incident when it happened. So that's why I was like, y'all, I just want to give y'all all of the facts of why I don't like the director or whatever. So when the incident happened, I really wanted to shout and knock all her motherfucking teeth out her goddamn mouth. Just being motherfucking honest. Motherfuckers like to do shit when they know that they fucking protected. The other two staff didn't see this happen, and I guess the camera didn't pick it up. Yeah, right. So I told, you know, the supervisor about it, and I'm like, so what are y'all going to do basically to correct these issues? And a motherfucker said, so did nobody else hear it? Did nobody else see it? And so, I mean, you're just alleging this, but you don't have no proof that this actually happened. Bitch, what? I need proof? Why the fuck would somebody be fucking mad? Like, it's just like, they've been coming here. I have never said that anybody else did some shit that they never did do. Like, who the fuck sits at home and just think of this extravagant lie just for nothing, or they pissed off for absolutely fucking nothing? Like, why are you, this is what I'm saying, like they just put people in positions. Now the therapist at the location that Julian Jackson go to, the therapist supervisor or whatever, and the therapist supervisor is like the supervisor over all speech therapists, occupational, physical, and the BCBAs or whatever. She's their supervisor. She like understood, like she was looking like she was trying to understand and like trying to figure out like why the fuck, and like, so she was trying to actually understand what happened. The director was just sitting there like, yeah, what the fuck ever. Like, okay, so she hit you in the face with a backpack. Oh well. All right, y'all, so I'm editing this video a different day. Right now I'm actually leaving a doctor, but I want to go ahead and touch on this before I forget it, because I wasn't going to put this one up, y'all. I got a part 2 of, like, this update and stuff like that, because y'all know that I'm moving them boys. But with this being said, like, this is what you call white privilege. Like, to be able to fucking sit here and hit somebody in the face with a fucking backpack, not only keep your job, but they refused. She didn't do absolutely shit. They didn't fucking move her after class. They didn't move Julian after fucking class. Like, and this is why I have been wanting to do home ABA. And Jay is finally, like, on the board of, like, it's just bullshit after bullshit after bullshit. Like, I already know this shit. Like, that's why I don't want my kids going there. Like, it is what it is, y'all. And I did this video maybe a month or 2 ago because we still was at the old house. I just haven't edited it yet or whatever. And just stay tuned to part 2 or whatever other part, because I'm gonna break these videos in, like, parts and stuff like that, so they don't just be, like, super duper dumb long. Yo, make sure you get you a hoodie too. Well, not a hoodie, but a tank. And dress it up, dress it down like I do, because I do both.
This a cuss track.
So, like, what the fuck, why are you telling me? So, you know, and that's how the person over her even got involved in this whole incident. All of these are red flags to me, and I feel like y'all should know what actually goes on, because a lot of people, some people have seen my videos far as with Pediatric Plus, my fucking reviews on Pediatric Plus or whatever. And like I said, they quote unquote fix stuff, but it's just like the time that y'all fix shit is like forever fucking long. So moving along with that shit, y'all. ABA Stars. ABA Stars is going phenomenal. It's going well. The first month or 2, Julian and Jackson both are like, now they're like rushing to get out the car because they like that whole, you know, interaction. Like, they like that one-on-one attention. They like that one-on-one care with a smaller class and a smaller group of people. And they are speaking more now. So that was my whole thing, is them talking and speaking, and like verbal communication. It's like was my biggest thing with them. You don't know what they really know if you're not like working with them one-on-one. So like, to me, my boys needed that, and they liked it. So, and then I seen an improvement. And then a particular person that was a teacher there, that they fired because 6-7 months later they found something on her backgrounds with, you know, I was told at this point, you know, I just but she told me what she really thought it was. And the particular teacher, she was like, I think it was mad. I think they were mad because I took those days off. I don't know why she took some days off, but she took some days off, and she was like, I really feel like that was mad because I took some days off, and just found the reason to fire me. Mind you, now, this particular staff member was black, and like I said, y'all, you know, people that actually have complaints from parents and stuff like that, y'all fire. Or from what I'm understanding with certain staff, is this particular daycare can't keep no one because the head is stupid. But, you know, everyone thinks they know everything. They don't want to learn. The head person involved is not trained. She has no experience with this shit or none of that. And I don't even think she have kids. So that should tell y'all a lot about this person's personality. She have her crackatosis always be coming out or whatever. But yeah. So the BCBA, the ABA room or whatever the class is going. And I'm the type of parent, I want to see what class my kid is so I can even know what class my kid is in. So if I'm picking them up, like, I just feel like certain things you should know. You should know what class your kid is in. And as a parent, you should know what class your kid is in. And also as a parent, you should know who's working with your kids, if they're new, if they have experience, and it, like, what are they seeing in your child that you might not see? You know, like, how invested in it? Like, are you just here to get a check, or do you actually, you know, like working with kids and it's like more so something that you can see as being a career? Like, I want to know that. Like, I think it make more sense for my kids. Like, a person that knows Julian and Jackson should be working with Julian and Jackson, not 1 week this person, next week that person, next week this person. So what I was, you know, told is like, from matter of fact, a few staff at this daycare, is that they fucking feel like they know everything. They feel like they fucking better than people at this location, and they really treat certain staff like shit. And that's why the good people don't last at this particular daycare. And it's like, oh, okay, that's like, you know, if somebody is good, they find a way to fire them, and if they don't fire them, they treat them like shit until they quit. So that's kind of what's going on at this daycare. A few staff have told me, you know, the Sherwood location, like, this is literally the only location that's like that. And it's like, see, but me on the outside, I thought that. But when other staff that are not my complexion confirm what the fuck I thought, it's just like, I about figured that. Yeah, AVA, like I said, the boys did approve. It's AVA done at school. They were approved for like 30 or 40 hours or whatever. It's an improvement. So